Good afternoon, everybody. Just bringing you the pastor's update for the week here. So to start out, I've been hearing from a lot of people that they're just wondering where to look for hope these days, and it's such a small thing, but one thing that came to mind for me is every time I see fireflies, which I don't know about you guys, but for me, that's been a lot of nights this summer and just hundreds of them. And I was thinking about how that's really a more astonishing thing than we think at first glance. Just a couple years ago, it seemed like there were almost none. So now to have them so plentiful and out so often is quite a change. And I was reading a little about this and learning that the presence of fireflies signals a healthy ecosystem. So the fact that they're back means that humans have started doing some healing behaviors that have allowed their habitat to come back, and maybe decrease some behaviors that harm the earth. And so here's just this recurring, small but recurring reminder that we have this summer especially about something that we can think was on the verge of being gone can come back, a species. So every time we see the fireflies, I think we can have some hope that things can be restored and healed, and things that can seem really bad now can actually become good again. So I'm holding on to that. Just wanted to offer that as one image for people. So now for some news of the week. We have a couple of Sundays for you to save the date coming up. The 23rd and 24th of August, we're going to be hearing at the weekend liturgies from Lauren Urzetta and the youth group. They'll be telling us about their recent mission trip. They had a really good year here in Rochester this year, so they're going to be our preachers that weekend, so you won't want to miss that. They've been working hard. And August 30th and 31st is Labor Day, believe it or not. It feels early this year. And Davis Craig, our former operations manager, who now works at a neighborhood economic empowerment nonprofit in Beechwood, which is kind of over near the former Corpus Christi neighborhood. Davis will be telling us about the work he's doing there. So save that date as well. Couple of condolences this week. We send our love to Barbara Adams, who just lost her partner of over 40 years, Roz, so we're thinking of her. And Augie Mezarevich just lost his sister, so her funeral is going to be up in Maine where she lived, so thinking of Augie as well, and Judy and all the Mezarevich family there. And finally, I thought as we're moving through this month of August, when we're celebrating Grace of God Recovery House, I thought it might be nice to have a little series in the bulletin each week, a common question that people who are the loved ones of somebody living with active addiction tend to ask. And I think that's maybe a lot of us have a loved one who's struggling that way, and so the person giving the answers in this Q&A is Pat Hart, a Spiritus parishioner. She is not only the chair of the board of Grace of God right now, but she herself is a person in recovery for over 15 years. So she's really a wise voice on this. So I thought I'd just read to conclude this question and her answer in its entirety, so you get the whole thing. So our question, maybe the most common one ever asked: why can't my loved one just stop? Why can't she see what's happening to her life? What can I do? And this is Pat's answer to that question. When someone struggles with addiction, it is very hard to just stop. There are various reasons for this. Addiction changes the brain's reward and motivation system. Over time, the brain focuses on the substance and the need for it over everything else, including family, friends, and responsibilities. In addition, the body becomes accustomed to the substance and needs it to function and feel normal. Stopping, even if the person wants to, can cause serious withdrawal symptoms. People begin to use substances for many reasons, including as a way to cope with stress, trauma, grief, and various mental health issues. One of the most important facts is to recognize that addiction is a disease, not a moral failing. Like any chronic disease like diabetes or cancer, addiction requires medical and emotional treatment, support, and lifestyle changes. The following are the big 3 C's of dealing with a loved one in active addiction. I didn't cause it, I can't cure it, and I can't control it. It's important to understand that addiction is often a family disease, and therefore the changes and eventual transformations involve family members as well. What we do know is that with the right treatment, support, and time, people can and do make significant changes and live full and amazing lives. So thank you so much to Pat Hart for that, and hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you next week, everybody.